Microsoft just laid off 9,000 employees, which is 4% of its workforce. This is 2 months after they laid off 6,000 employees, and exactly 6 months after they laid off 2,000 employees. In the first half of 2025, Microsoft has laid off about 18,000 employees. In Q2, Microsoft reported about $24 billion in net profit, which is 10% year over year. May 2025 layoffs was focused on middle managers, while the July 2025 cut is focused across the board, including software engineers, sales, gaming, cloud. Now, the question I have is, why do these layoffs in increments? Why can't Microsoft just strip off the Band-Aid at once and lay off whoever it needs to lay off? Because think about it, if you are one of the employees who is not impacted by these layoffs, you don't know if you have the job safety. You don't know if you're going to be on the chopping block in September 2025 or in December 2025, or it's going to be a new year present and happen in January 2026. I'm imagining that those people who are left are already working extra hard to ensure whatever they can do to keep their job safe. And maybe it's working for Microsoft, but is it really how it should be? Let me know your thoughts in comments.
Well, not how I wanted to start my 2025. I was just laid off. This is actually the first time I've ever been laid off, so I don't really know what to even do or how to process anything. I just dropped off my laptop. It sucks the most because I seriously was only at this company for 2 months. I literally got this job in October and loved every single second of it. Unfortunately, the company was acquired and a lot of us were let go. Nothing you can do about it, but it definitely sucks. I have no idea what I want to do. I don't know if I want to even keep working for a company or what. I got my real estate license back in early October. I'm like, maybe I should just pursue that. But I also really liked the idea of having like a stable income with a job. I'm also getting married this year and have lots of expenses. So yeah, I still know it's going to be a great year. Like, I'm truly trying to be positive. I know everything happens for a reason, but yeah, I guess we'll see what happens.
You see, there was a time I actually came out on YouTube to tell people that go get something to do with your life. Like, go get something to do profitable with your life. A lot of people were like, why are you telling people to leave their job? Why are you doing this? I made it clear and I stated it clear. I said, if your job is not paying you well, if you're not happy doing what you are doing, or even if you're happy doing what you are doing, get something doing with content creating. A lot of people found it really funny. A lot of people found it really crazy. A lot of people said, oh, why will you even have to say that? Or why will you even have to open your mouth and even tell people? See, one thing you need to know is, you see these people you're working for, these people are literally going to use you. As far as I'm concerned, these people are literally going to make you just be in the profit side. If you are not going to be profitable to them, they are not going to consider anything regarding you. You can imagine a whole Microsoft, like a whole Microsoft laying people off. Like, this is not their first layoff. Like, this is another massive layoff. And the beautiful and or the annoying part of it, because I don't just need to just start calling it beautiful. The annoying part of it is, do they even tell this staff to get prepared that they're going to be laid off? I don't know if you guys get how crazy things are right now, because a lot of people have really hoped on this job, and a lot of people have really feel like, oh, this job is one thing that they should be able to feed on, they should be able to rely on, and at the end of the day, boom. Are you seeing it? Anyways, let me play more of this clip for you before we come back to wrap up this video, because honestly, when I see things like this happening, I really get pissed off. I really get mad, because that's why I always tell people that no matter what you are doing, just start something. Like, start something on your own. Like, start something of being the boss on your own. You understand? But a lot will not understand. Anyways, let's just continue with this video.
Oh, I just heard that Microsoft laid off over 9,000 of their employees today, and if that does not make you sick, if you are a well-qualified candidate in this job market, I don't know what will, because these are not low-level employees. These are people with degrees, multiple degrees probably, certifications, years and years and years of experience that are entering the job market and competing with you, especially if you have a job like me right now and are looking for a job. It is so difficult out here. And then you add on the fact that this big, beautiful bill just got signed. So these are also people who probably will not have health care because they don't qualify for it. I'm not seeing a resolution within the next 6 to 12 to 24 to 48 months. Even just the state of this economy, I'm trying to figure out, what does it look like? What are the next steps? What are we to do? And I live in fear that I'll be laid off next, and I don't know what I will do. How will I pay my bills? But I've been actively applying for jobs on LinkedIn for a couple months now, and even a project coordinator role. As a PMP certified project manager with over 7 years of experience, it's been hard for me to even land those. So keep that in mind.
So it was announced today that Microsoft will be doing layoffs within their Xbox division to the tune of about 6,000 to 9,000 individuals. And yes, you didn't hear that wrong. Microsoft, the company worth $3.6 trillion, is going to be doing mass layoffs because apparently they just can. Needless to say, I absolutely hate the strategy of acquiring dev team after dev team just so you can get their IP under your banner and put it on Game Pass, only to then turn around and sack all of those employees because you want to recoup some of the acquisition costs. It very much reminds me of what happened to Tango Gameworks, where they made a critical and commercial success by Xbox's own words, and how were they rewarded? With a middle finger and a boot out the door because I found the email that Phil Spencer sent to the employees who were getting laid off, and I'll move out of the way here so you can just pause to read this. But this absolutely sucks. This is terrible, right? I recognize that these changes come at a time when we have more players, games, and gaming hours than ever before. Our platform, hardware, and game roadmap have never looked stronger. The success we're seeing currently is based on tough decisions we've made previously. Just a bunch of corporate bullshit to justify why you're sacking all these people that you acquired. I mean, what kind of message does this send to future developers, right? That you could be working for one of the most profitable, popular, and valuable companies on planet Earth, and they could have had a profitable year followed up by a profitable quarter and been on the rise, and you can still get fired anyway because they decided to do one too many acquisitions and now they want to recoup some of the costs.
So reportedly another 9,000 people being let go from Microsoft. That's 15,000 in 60 days. What's going on? It's a $3 trillion company making record profits every quarter, and really paying their top exec staff quite a bit of money. Seems like you could use some of that money and keep some employees around. I understand getting rid of low performers, but layoffs are historically high performers, to be honest with you. People that have been around for a decent amount of time, that do a lot of work for the company. I know personally teams that I've worked with, that I was on, have really been struggling since the 6,000 person layoff, and it's just going to get worse with this layoff. So hopefully Microsoft, figures it out and corrects course, but I think you're going to see a lot more of this going forward.
I got laid off today after 10 years at the most amazing company. I didn't think it would happen, but I kind of thought it would happen at some point. I got the email. Your role has been impacted. And today, let me tell you, has been a whirlwind of emotion. And I think that a lot of people, when they get laid off, they're sad, they're angry, it is what it is. To me, this is just another sign that God has always had my back and that there are more blessings coming. And I wasn't even going to post this because there's a lot of haters out there I need to put my evil eye on. But I'm just so thankful. So if I've ever worked with you or this comes across your page and you were my client at one point, thank you. Drop in the comments a memory of working with me. And if you know of anyone that's hiring, holler at your girl. I think I'm going to document this journey. Okay, love y'all.
Remember last week when I told you guys Microsoft was about to lay a bunch of people off? Well, they made an announcement today. They didn't just lay them off. They are terminating up to 9,000 people globally for performance-based reasons. No severance. So they doubled down. They didn't just do a layoff. They're terminating people. Y'all go find yourself a small private company to work for because these corporations are out of control.
Microsoft laid off 6,000 people in 2025, and they got another wave coming in July. This is insane. I'm seeing, does anybody know why? I'm seeing cost management, restructuring to fund AI projects, but what's the real reason? Do anybody know? This is becoming a reoccurring
This is the most
thing
crazy
for
part
them.
of this. Just listen to this. Job cuts hit Microsoft gaming segment, but they did not account for the majority of the staff reduction. The latest round of layoff added to about 6,000 roles that Microsoft eliminated in May across its product and software development teams. The Wall Street Journal previously reported that the company was planned to cut off thousands more jobs across the sales department and other teams at the start of its fiscal year, which began on Tuesday. We continue to implement organizational and workforce changes that are necessary to positions that companies and teams for success in a dynamic marketplace, a Microsoft spokesman said on Wednesday. Companies across sectors for retail or paracusha firms have been planned to consolidate positions as they look to boost productivity and learner staff. Many said they will rely on technology to perform additional tasks. Other tax companies, including Amazon.com, have said they have planned to reduce their workforce in the coming year because of increase of blah, blah, blah. Increase of blah, blah, blah. That is why you do not rely on these people. These people are just there, as far as I'm concerned, to use you. These people are just there, as far as I'm concerned, to get the best part of you. The moment you are not giving the best part of you, the moment they are not achieving what they want to achieve, the moment you are not giving what you are supposed to give, they are going to lay you off. And when they lay you off, you now start looking for, oh, how do I get a job? How do I survive? How do I do this? How do I do that? I really feel so sad, and I felt so bad for the people that are laid off, because I believe that a lot of laid off are still going to be happening, because right now everybody wants to use AI. AI wants to be doing the job of a lot of persons. So you need to wake up to your roles and duties and start looking out for something, even if it's content creating or anything that can actually be putting something on your table. Anyways, let me know what you think about this video. If you've not subscribed, subscribe, like, comment, and share. I remain your global Sonia, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye. I love you guys. Mwah.